Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to give you a brief overview of the literacy cart that I created and designed that is intended for use with 5 and 6-year-olds. So I'm going to refer to this as the Mini Pals cart, and on it you should have a selection of books, and I'm just going to show you a couple of them. So here I have Goggles, My Rows and Piles of Coins, Thunder Boy Jr., Jamaica's Blue Marker, and City Shapes. And as I flip through those one more time, I want you to notice that I was very intentional in trying to pick books that represent the kids that we serve. The other thing that I did is I tried to pick books that had a nice social emotional development theme to them. So as you're reading, it opens up discussions to have with the kids. So ideally you want to have about 2 books for every kid in the room. So as we reopen and we're looking at having somewhere between 8 and 10 kids in a room, I put 20 to 25 books on each cart actually. But this one is designed specifically for Mini Pals. Next up, one of the things you'll find are some letter tiles. And in here there are 176 pieces, which is quite a few tiles. There are capitals and lowercase, and here's just, one thing you can do with them. Kids in the 5 and 6-year-old range are what we refer to as emerging readers, which what that means is they're learning that words that they hear actually, can be written. So this is, these tiles are great because we want kids manipulating letters, and they are trying to understand which way do the letters go. And so, one activity you could do is you could pass out letters and see if they can, put them all facing the right way. So give them to them, all mixed up, and just see which way does this letter go? Does it go this way, or does it go, does it go this way? And just see if they understand which way the letters go. They may not know the names of the letters yet. They may not know the names of the letters yet. So those are 2 skills that you can also use these tiles for. So you can have the kids, look at this, and they need to, at this age, start to learn to identify what letter it is. So this is a C, that's its name. But also they want to start to identify what sounds do letters make. C is just a very tricky one because the letter C makes multiple sounds. It can say the S sound, it can say K sound. So we don't want to get them too confused about that, but I just wanted to share those with you. Another thing that we have on the cart is this game called Pop for sight words, and there's actually a whole variety of Pop games. This one is designed for ages 5 and up. The directions are right here on the back, and they're really easy to play, but I'm just going to give you a really quick example. You lift off the cover, and inside you'll want to dump these letters out of the bag, and a child picks out one, and they try to read it. And if they can read it correctly, they get to keep it. So now I've just earned that piece of popcorn, and then somebody else would take a turn. And if they say it wrong and they say, that's the word it, sorry, they have to put it back. And every once in a while, they're going to pull out one that says pop, and if they do that, they have to take all of their pieces of popcorn and put them back into the bin. Next thing I want to show you, these are just some cute magnetic letters and numbers, and they're a really nice size. There are over 90 in here, and so just to give you a little example, who wouldn't love to decorate this cart with a bunch of different words? And so you could have each kid put their name on the cart, and you can leave them there. The next day you can come in and you can do something else with them. So I'm going to go down to some of these other shelves. The next thing I want to show you are these. I have 3 sorting boxes. So the first one is called category sorting activity box. Then we have what goes together activity box and comparing sizes. Each one is slightly different, but let me go ahead and open one up so you just get the general concept. When you open it up, there's always an instruction sheet. So I don't want to say everything. Most of what was ordered for the cart came from a company called Lakeshore Learning. And when you open up the box, there are some instructions. They're generally very simple, front and back. You know, not even a full size of full sheet of paper. And it's going to tell you up here, what is this helpful for? So it can help build vocabulary, visual discrimination, matching and sorting, one-to-one correspondence. And then there's going to be, you know, a sort of about the activity box. So what is this activity box about? And then how to use it. Down here is talk about it. And there's always a few building on their learning. So these are just some additional suggestions of ways you can use the box. So one of what you're going to find in here is a whole lot of fun little manipulatives, right? These can be easily washed and cleaned, which is important, especially during the COVID-19. Everything in here could be sprayed down, or it could be put into, you know, a solution to wash it down. But the idea is that we're getting kids able to match sort of like shapes. So this is a sun, and the sun is going to go there. Okay, and so we have a beach mat, and there are a whole lot of other little fun manipulatives down there, and you're just getting them. They're getting used to categorizing things, which is something they're going to be asked to do a lot, and they're getting they're finding the right shape, which is a really important skill for an emerging reader. So we have those. That one is just doing different categories. We have farm, garden, zoo, breakfast, beach, and ocean. And this next one, excuse me, is what goes together. So you can see there's a picture of a sandcastle, and then they're going to find a sand pail or a bucket to go with it, a birthday cake, and they find a present. And so that's that one. And then this one is kind of fun because it's comparing sizes. And so they're going to start to use words like small, medium, large, smaller, bigger, larger, and everything in here, there will be 3 of it. So that is, you know, those. The next thing that we have is we have 4 folder boxes. So what's great about these folder games that you see here is each box is going to have 10 folders. And so these are designed to be done independently. So if you have 10 kids in the room, every single kid could be doing one folder activity, and they're self-correcting. So let me go ahead and show you one of these. When these come, all of the little manipulatives are labeled on the back. So this one says swim in the sea. And these are separate, and then all of these envelopes are separate. So you have to go, oh, swim in the sea. It goes into the folder labeled swim in the sea. And put those in there. They have nice Velcro. And this swim in the sea is helping kids learn about ending sounds. And so here's the folder activity. Again, swim in the sea, color-coded. They're all in here in different colors. And it's going to show pictures, because remember, these guys can't read yet. And it's going to show down here what they need. But essentially, they're going to open this up. They're going to take out their little fish, and they're going to, you know, look for a word that maybe ends, that ends the same as the picture that they see here. So that is the folder activity. So this whole box is focused on phonemic awareness. Phonemic, that comes from the word sound. So this is getting them familiar with different sounds that words make. The other one that we have here is word work. And you'll notice they all say pre-K through K. This one says vocabulary, because we always want to try and increase their vocabulary. And this one is alphabet. Okay, so you have 4 of those. And then the last thing we have down here, we have what's called launch and learn. We have alphabet and we have beginning sounds. And I'll do a quick demo. on that. So let me move some of my stuff out of the way. Launch and Learn. I did open this up, and I did, again, this is from Lakeshore, and it's going to, tell you what we're developing skills in: alphabet knowledge, letter identification, upper and lowercase letter matching. Okay, these are all skills that these emerging readers are working on, and it tells you before you begin and then how to play the game. And extension activities. I think the extension activities are great because let's say you've played this game a few times and now the kids are starting to be a little bit bored. That's when you pull out the extension activity and do something new and exciting with them. So when you get this little launcher, all you do is put this blue tube on here. That's it. And then there are two sets of letters. There's blue letters and red letters. And I already went ahead and I just dropped the red letters in here. And you'll see these are, you can't bend them. They're wood, they're solid. They could be easily wiped down, with disinfectant, and so on and so forth. And then, and the different colors are just different, like the red letters are the beginning letters of the alphabet, and the blue letters are letters later in the alphabet. So you just choose one to work with, and you can have up to 4 kids play this game at a time, and you take turns. So they go like this and they say the letter, so it's K, and then they want to look on their board. Do they have a K? No. So then they would put it back, and then the next child would go and it's an E. And notice these are capital letters, but the boards are small letters. So that's the trick. They have to go, oh, that's an E and that's an E. And if they have it, they get to put it on their mat. The next kid takes a turn, so on and so forth. So that is the Launch and Learn. And, your kids are going to want to do this part. I mean, that's the fun of it, right? So you might want to keep a disinfectant wipe there and be wiping it down, each time that somebody else is touching it. Another good practice is just before you have kids go work with the literacy cart, everybody goes and washes their hands. And then we go to the literacy cart and everybody grabs a book. And then when we're done, we put our books back, everybody goes and washes their hands again. So those are the kinds of things that you're going to want to be mindful of. These, again, can easily be washed, but certain things like POP for sight words, it's going to be a really tough one to wash. So probably not optimal. This is not an exhaustive list, of what could be on this cart. If you have materials already in your spaces that you want to add to this cart, you absolutely could. If you have favorite books that you wanted to add to the cart, please do. If you don't want to put everything on the cart, let's say you want to just start with, you want to save word work for a while, and you want to save vocabulary for a while, because you know what? Right now, we're going to focus on alphabet and we're going to focus on like the phonemic awareness. Then maybe we just put those on the cart. Same thing with this. Maybe we just use this box, and you could tuck these two away for later, or after the kids are starting to get bored. Hey, guess what, guys? I've got some new folder games for us to play today, and switch them out. So please, if you have any questions at all, my name is Jennifer Raymond, and you can always email me and ask questions. If you'd love a list of things that you could do with letter tiles, again, you could Pinterest that, or you could shoot me an email and I'd be happy to put something together for you. If you need any kind of ideas of what to do with the books, again, the internet is your friend, but so am I. You can email me, and I have some lessons already written for some of the books that I'd be willing to share with you. If there's a book that you really want to use, but you're just not sure what to do with it, again, email me and I would be happy to help you out with that. I think that's it for now. Thank you so much for listening, and let me know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.